During this video, I'm going to be showing you how to install and set up Periscope on your iPhone. Now, these settings are practically the same way on your Android. This can be downloaded on iPhone through the Apple Store or on your Android through the Google Play Store. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the App Store on my iPhone. And like I said, if you're using Androids, go ahead and open up the Google Play Store. Next, we're going to go to the search function here. And then we're just going to type in Periscope here. I'm going to click on it there, and it should be the first result. It is created by Twitter, and we're just going to go ahead and download that. As you can see, I've already downloaded it before. I'm just going to go ahead and re-download and let that go ahead and download to my phone. And once that's downloaded, we can open it straight from our App Store, or if we jump back to our home screen here, we can see that it is placed on our phone. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and open it up. And when you first open it up, it's going to give you some quick tips here. You can kind of swipe to the left here and read what this is all about. Or at the top right-hand corner, you can go ahead and click on skip. And it's going to bring you to the screen here where you can sign in with your Twitter account, or you can sign in with your phone number. So I'm going to go ahead and click on sign in with Twitter. And that's going to go ahead and log me in because I have my Twitter synced up with my iPhone. And when you first log in, they are going to ask you if you would like to enable the notifications for Periscope. Completely up to you, and you can always adjust this setting later. For now, I'm going to go ahead and click on the X up there. And just like that, we are inside of Periscope, and you're going to see along the bottom, we have a few different options. And there's a few things going on the screen here. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in the next video. We're going to cover all these different settings and options that we have on Periscope to make sure that we are using it to build our business efficiently. Now, before I can get into showing you how to use Periscope to grow your business and drive traffic to your website and your different properties, I need to show you all the different features and how to properly use Periscope in the first place. So when you first open your Periscope app, you're going to be on the home screen that you see here. Now from here, you're going to see all the different people that you are following and if any of them are live. So at the top, you can see that no one that I am following is currently live. And down below that, you will see all the recent broadcasts of the people that you are following. And again, since I just signed up, you can see that no one has recently broadcasted that I am following. But once you start following people, you will see them listed here where you can begin to start watching their Periscope videos that they have created. The next option we have here is this little world. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And from here, we can see all the people that are currently live right now and they are broadcasting. And the great thing is we can kind of move this map around here and we can see where they are located. So for example, we see this 20 here and this 14. And that means that there are 20 people in that area currently broadcasting. So now there's 19 currently broadcasting. So when you zoom into this, I'm going to take two fingers and kind of zoom in here. And when I do that, we can see it kind of breaks up. Now it's 14 and a 5. When I zoom in further, this 14 is going to break up. And now we have the 13 and the 1. And if I keep going, it will keep breaking up into smaller and smaller numbers until eventually I'm just looking at individual broadcasts. Next, what I can do is I can click on one of these circles. And when I do that, it's going to give me more information about the person that is broadcasting. So it's going to show us their picture, their name, the description of their broadcast, where they are broadcasting from, and how many people are currently watching this broadcast. So let me zoom back out really quick. Let me head over here to the USA so I can open up a broadcast so we can see exactly what it looks like. So I'm going to zoom in over here. I'm going to click on this 3 here, for example. And again, we can see all the people in this area that are currently broadcasting. And we have one here that has 2 viewers in Owensboro, Kentucky. And the description is, look around my place. So I'm going to click on that, have it open up here. It's going to load the video. And we can see that this gentleman here is just kind of walking around showing off his house. So on the bottom left, you're going to see people who are joining, people who are leaving comments. You're going to see that appear on the bottom left. Now on the bottom right, if we touch on the bottom right, I'm going to touch, and you're going to see that heart has shown right there. Now each time you touch, a heart comes out, and that's your way of showing that you love the broadcast. That's giving love. It's almost like you're liking the broadcast. Now the bottom left here where it says say something, we can click on that and we can leave a comment, and this person will be able to see our comment live on their video. Now again, on the bottom left hand side, we can see how many people are currently watching this broadcast. And if we click on those people, it's going to give us more information about the broadcast, again with their title, where they're located, and we can see more information about the user who is broadcasting in the first place, and we can follow them. We can see all the viewers and click on their names as well and go to their profiles. And we can go ahead and close out of this. And if we like this user enough, we can go ahead and follow them and be notified of when they go live. Okay, so let me go ahead and X out of that. That's the main feature of Periscope, where you can broadcast like that and have people watch you, leave comments, leave hearts, things like that. The next option here is the little camera. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And this here is the option to start your own broadcast. Now, in another video, I'm going to show you how to configure all of these settings to make sure that your broadcast is highly optimized for your business. So I'm not going to go too much into it right now. Just know that that camera is the option that you need to click when you are ready to start broadcasting. So I'm going to go ahead and exit off of this for now. And I'm going to click on the next option that we have here, which is the little 3 people that you see. And this here is going to be how you search for people that you would like to follow. So at the very top, you can see that we have Periscope here. And you can click that little button with the plus sign on the right-hand side if you would like to follow them. And scrolling through here, we can see right now is sorted by the most loved people. We can see how many hearts they have received. We can see their picture, a little description about this person. And you can kind of browse through here and follow some new people so that you can be notified when they go live. If you would like to search for a certain person that you would like to follow, you can click on the magnifying glass up here at the top left. And this is going to bring you to the screen where you can begin to search for an individual profile that you would like to follow. So if I were to search for CNN, we can see the results here, and we have the official CNN at the top. So I could click on the plus symbol just like that. Again, Periscope is going to ask if I would like to receive notifications. I'm going to click on OK. And now I'm going to be notified every single time that CNN goes live on Periscope. I'm going to head back to the profiles here. And the last option that we have is if we click at the very top right, our little profile button there, that's going to bring us to our individual profile, as you can see here. And that's going to lead me to my next video where I'm going to show you how to optimize your profile for maximum branding. Now, when your main intentions are to grow your business with Periscope, you need to treat it like a business. Now, there aren't many options when it comes to customizing and editing your Periscope profile, but I still wanted to put this in its own video as it's still pretty important to take advantage of the few options that they give you, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to scroll down, and from here, I'm going to click on Settings. Now, inside of Settings, we have the option at the bottom here where it says Auto Save Broadcast. You want to make sure that you turn this on because that means every time you broadcast, the video is going to be saved to your camera roll. Now, if you do not have this turned on, then your video is going to be deleted after 24 hours, okay? That's not good for businesses. We like content, and we like for our content to be around forever, okay? So we don't want to lose our broadcast. We want to save them and then later use them and leverage them as content on our website, which I'm going to cover in another video. So the first thing we need to do is make sure that we are saving our broadcast. I'm going to jump back here. And now at the very top right, I'm going to click on Edit, and that's going to bring us to a screen where we can edit our profile. Now, like I said, there's not much to it. All we can do is upload an image, change our name, and have a description of our profile. That's all there is, but like I said, we need to treat this like a business. Your picture should be your face if you're building a brand for yourself, your personal brand, or it should be your business logo, your business icon, a slogan or something that when someone sees it, they know exactly what it is. Your name, of course, it should be your name if you're building your personal brand. If it's your business, it needs to be your business name. Now, in the description section that we have here, you need to keep this very short and to the point and include a link to your website so people know exactly where to find you. So if I ran a website about video game reviews, I could say the hottest game reviews and then mysite.com. Okay, it's straight. It's direct, it's to the point, and I include a link to where they can find more information about me, about my products, about my services. Once you are finished, just go ahead and click on Done, and that's all there is for setting up your profile, and now you are ready to broadcast and start getting followers, comments, and hearts. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to configure your broadcast settings so that you can get started with growing your business and driving traffic to your website. Okay, so now we are ready to start our very own broadcast and start generating traffic and viewers and followers and awesome things like that. Okay, so now what you are looking at is all I did was I clicked on the broadcast button at the bottom here, the little camera. And when you click on that and you give them permission to use your camera, use your microphone, and access, your information, you are going to be ready to go ahead and broadcast. And what you're looking at right now is my Mac keyboard, because I know that's pretty interesting and that's exactly what you would like to see on my broadcast. Now, at the top of the screen, you can see what are you seeing now. Now, this here is where you are going to enter the title of your broadcast. This is what people are going to see when they click on your little red dot on the map that we did earlier. They're going to see your picture, your name, and this title that you insert right here. So, treating this like a business, you need to enter a headline that is really going to capture the attention of many people and get them to go ahead and click on your broadcast and watch you and hopefully fall in love with you. So if we go back to the video game review website that I was talking about earlier, I could say something like Grand Theft Auto 5 review GTA 5. Now, I'm not sure if that's the newest, hottest game out right now, but just for an example, let's say that game just came out and I know a lot of people are interested in it. That headline right there is going to capture the attention of anyone who matches my demographic and for anyone who is a video game lover. Okay, that's a headline that is perfect for my niche audience. Okay, when someone sees that, they're definitely going to click on my Periscope broadcast. So make sure that you treat your title like it's a blog post headline, an article headline, a YouTube headline, whatever it may be. Okay. Now we have a few more options just above the start broadcast button. We have 4 different options. So starting from the far left here is our location option. So if I go ahead and click on that, now that there is going to turn on my precise location as you've seen right there. And when it's on, you can kind of see it's glowing there. Now precise location is going to be down to the house and the street that I'm on. Okay, it's very, very precise and people can really zoom in and see exactly where I'm at. Now, if privacy and security is a big thing for you, then I recommend you go ahead and turn that off, as your location isn't really that important in the first place. The next option that we have here is a little lock. So if I go ahead and click on that, this here allows you to create a private broadcast. Now, a private broadcast means that you can broadcast to certain people who follow you. So if you don't want to broadcast to the entire world, you can select just a few people and broadcast directly and privately just to them. This is perfect if you are looking to show something to somebody else, a partner, a business partner, a family member, whatever it may be. You can set up a private broadcast just for them. I'm going to click on cancel. And now the next option that we have is a little comment bubble. So I'm going to click on that. And this here allows us to enable it so only the users who follow you are able to leave comments on your live broadcast. If we disable that, that means everyone can leave a comment, whether they follow you or not. I recommend leaving this turned off because you want to invite everyone to communicate with you and to leave comments on your live broadcast. So I'm going to leave mine turned off. And the last option that we have here is the little Twitter symbol. And we can turn this on or off just by clicking on it. And if we turn it on, what this means is that when you go live on your broadcast, Twitter is going to automatically tweet for you on your behalf onto your Twitter account, letting people know that you have went live, and then give them a link to your live broadcast. Okay, I recommend turning this on because there is absolutely no reason that you should truly not want to notify your followers that you are live unless you are doing a private broadcast like we talked about a second ago. So I recommend leaving that on so Twitter can broadcast to all your followers that you are live, and hopefully they will come and watch your live broadcast. Once you have all of these settings configured the way that you like, all you have to do is click on Start Broadcast, and you are on your way to attracting viewers, gathering followers, and turning those followers, hopefully, into customers for your business. So the title of your broadcast is the only thing separating the Periscope users that are scrolling through the featured or the recent streams section of the app from clicking on your broadcast. All they'll see is the title of the broadcast and your name. Because of this, it is vital that your title describes what your broadcast is about and why people should either tune into it or watch your replay. So throughout this video, we are going to talk about the 4 different types of titles that you should be using throughout all of your broadcast. Now, the first type that we have is straight to the point. Now, when it comes to writing your Periscope broadcast title, it is important not to be too vague or too ambiguous with it. The last thing that you want is for your Periscope broadcast title to be confusing to other Periscope users. Therefore, it is important to provide specific information in the title which clearly and concisely summarizes what content will be presented in your Periscope broadcast. The reason why a title which is clear, concise, and to the point is so important is because it will grab the attention and specifically target those Periscope users who have an interest in what content you will be broadcasting. Those users who are interested in the title will generally find more value in your Periscope broadcast than the other people who tend to be a little unsure about what they can expect from your Periscope broadcast. An example of this type of title would be when Engadget started broadcasting and their title was Watch Our Live Unboxing of Microsoft's new Surface 3. Okay, straight to the point, and you know exactly what to expect when you click on their broadcast. The next type of title that we have is exclusive broadcast. Now, when you create a Periscope broadcast that allows your followers to gain an insider's view or backstage pass into some sort of exclusive event or location or meeting, then it has been proven to be one of the most popular and attention-grabbing types of Periscope titles that you can create. But not everyone has the opportunity to offer a Periscope broadcast which provides an exclusive insider's view to something of interest, but you can get creative and put some thought into what you are able to obtain access to. Whether this be a sporting event, a music concert, or you are just traveling around to some exotic destinations, or perhaps you are at some type of business meeting or coaching event, and you know that these are the types of experiences that Periscope users would love to watch. Now, people are always interested in getting an insider's view to something, and by giving someone an exclusive or insider's perspective on something means that you are providing great value to other Periscope users. Therefore, if you can create a really compelling title that grabs the other user's attention by offering them some sort of exclusive inside look into a particular event, meeting, interview, location, or just something unique, then this is a great way to provide significant value to other users and really grow your following. Some examples of people using this exclusive title would be when Ellen DeGeneres does things like starts broadcasting live from her show, or Jimmy Fallon broadcasts live from his show, or if you are part of some type of inner circle group for business like-minded people and you are broadcasting from that group meeting, things like that. Next up, we have a learning experience. Another really popular form of compelling and attention-grabbing titles is to offer to teach your fellow Periscope users something that you have a particular skill or knowledge about. Now, you can invite other Periscope users to come along and learn about a specific topic, news, or information that you are able to teach them about and share your knowledge. So when you are able to offer and teach your fellow Periscope users about a particular topic or issue, then you are immediately creating a broadcast that offers valuable content to your fellow users. You see, the reality is that people enjoy obtaining quality and valuable content for free. And the same goes for Periscope. If you are able to grab people's attention by telling them that you are going to teach them about something that you have an expert knowledge about, then you are bound to grab targeted followers from the people interested in what you have to say. And if you have a special knowledge in a particular area or niche, then you have the ability to teach others about that knowledge in that particular niche and really grow your following and use that following to later grow, your sales on your website, send them to your blog, your social media accounts, things like that. Now, some examples would be tips for periscoping, internet marketing, health and wellness, fitness and weight loss, motivation, blogging, traveling, public speaking. You can really teach anything over Periscope. It doesn't matter what it is. And last but not least, we have the weird, shocking, or unique type of title. Now, it's been proven time and time again that the really odd, weird, and unique types of titles tend to grab a lot of users. And this just isn't for Periscope. We're talking about blog titles, news titles, things like that. Those really catchy, weird titles really grab the attention of a lot of people. Now, the reason why this is the case is simply due to the fact that people's curiosity will always get the better of them. And when they come across a strange or shocking or unusual Periscope title, then they'll be far more likely to click on that broadcast in order to feed their curiosity and find out what is going to happen on the broadcast. An example of a completely weird title that got a lot of viewers was the title read, "I'm at my fridge, 100 viewers, and I'll start dropping eggs." Right? Completely weird. People are tuning in. They want to see this guy just randomly dropping eggs in his kitchen. It was weird, kind of shocking, and definitely unique. Now, you can and you should experiment and get creative with your own unique, weird, or shocking Periscope titles. But just remember that there's no point in presenting a Periscope title that has nothing to do with your broadcast. So, for example, there would be no point in using a title that says, "Watch as a shark eats my leg," and then once they click to watch the broadcast, they watch some stoner sitting on the couch talking about TV. Okay, that has nothing to do with a shark eating your leg, and they are going to leave your broadcast quicker than they clicked on it. Also, in your title, be sure to use emojis, hashtags, and Twitter names. Now, since most people know quite well how to use Twitter, most people would surely know about how to use emojis, hashtags, and the mentions of people's Twitter handle names. You should also know that using all of these is almost synonymous with the use of Twitter, and if you didn't know, Twitter actually owns the Periscope platform. So therefore, using the types of emojis and hashtags and the Twitter handles that you use on Twitter can also have great effects if you use them on Periscope as well. Now, I know when it comes to broadcasting, the major question is, what in the world should I start broadcasting? You know, I have no idea what people want to look at, what they want to watch, and I have no idea what to talk about. Okay, so with this video, we're going to talk about the 9 different types of broadcast that you could do and give you some ideas of what you could implement and what you could start using Periscope to do for your business. So the first one is a behind the scenes look. Now, besides showing what goes on around the office, you could also use Periscope for a behind the scenes look at your products. It could be as simple as showing how a product is made to strengthen the customer's trust in your brand. And this method lets the people viewing your Periscope broadcast feel like they are an insider into your business and into your world. They get to see a walkthrough of how your product is made in real time. And not only does this show the quality, but it can also give them a more trusting feeling that your other customers don't have, just because you took them behind the scenes and showed them how something was made, how something was created, and let them get a first-hand look at that. Next up, we have product demos, and this is one of the most popular types of broadcasts that businesses do. Now, Periscope is a great way to market your products more effectively by giving a live demo of how your product works. Now, sometimes a photo on a website, it just can't fully explain how the product works, and only a video or a live broadcast can do that. By demonstrating your product on a Periscope broadcast, your viewers, they can see exactly how it works, and what's more important, the slightly rough and ready feel of Periscope makes the product demonstrations feel more real and unrehearsed, giving the impression that your product really is that easy to use. Now, this is especially useful if you have a niche product or a high-tech product that might seem like it's tough to use. This Periscope broadcast can diminish those worries. In addition to the product demos, you can also show live tutorials or hold live training sessions. Now, this is something that I like to do frequently on my Periscope. I believe teaching someone something of value for free is a certified way to position yourself as an expert and an authority in your industry. Now, doing so has added the benefit of potentially growing your followers and your customers. Because when you give something of value to someone for free, not only will they follow you, but they will tell others about you as well. And this is also a way to showcase what it is like to work with you. So when people love your type of training and tutorials, they can definitely look for your website and more information about your products and your services. Next up, we have live events. So as you know, Periscope lets audiences watch from all over the world, even if they can't attend in person. So for example, StartupPop.com, which is a company that holds monthly startup events that allows 10 companies to pitch in front of a panel of investors, has found success reaching a wider audience by broadcasting to them via Periscope. So this is great if you are having business meetings or any type of event where you have a lot of people come out and watch keynote speakers and authority figures in that niche. You could Periscope the entire thing for all the people who couldn't make it to the event. The next type of broadcast that we have is the live questions and answers. So Periscope is also an easy, convenient way to interact with your customers with live Q&A sessions. Now, this method does two things. The first is that it lets your customers and clients see you showcase your experience and expertise in a quick and real manner. The second is thinking on your toes back and forth can really reinforce your knowledge better than any web page, Q&A, or support page. No recorded videos can do that in real time. And in particular, it's a great way for service providers to establish authority and expertise in their field. There is no stronger connection than allowing your customers or potential customers to come in, ask you live questions about your products and services, and having you answer them one-on-one. And just like the live Q&A sessions, you can also hold live webinars on your Periscope. Now, this is both easy and cost-effective, and you don't need any tech skills or to pay for any fancy webinar software, while also giving you the chance to boost your engagement. Now, Periscope broadcasts can effectively be low-tech, simple webinars when you look at the benefits they offer. Doing a webinar on Periscope doesn't just offer a visual impact, it's also an opportunity for your audiences to ask questions and leave comments, which allows you to immediately respond in real time. It's a valuable learning opportunity for businesses as you are able to hear the questions and concerns of your customers and your clients. Next up, we have announcements. So whether you are unveiling a new product or hosting a special event, you can make customers feel special by announcing it first on Periscope. Because, as I'm sure you know, people love getting the inside scoop on things. And when you announce that you are launching a new product, especially when Periscope gets to hear it first, it makes it an exclusive community. And you can kind of say things like, you heard it here first on Periscope, and it makes them feel special. And it's also a great way to increase followers and keep people on their toes about what you have coming next. Next, we have exclusive offers. Now, people also love discounts and giveaways. Now, similar to the Periscope launches we just talked about, you can also make customers feel extra special and boost your sales with exclusive Periscope-only offers. Offering a Periscope-based discount also allows you to track what is and what isn't working. You can run fire sales, you can have weekend discounts that expire over the weekend, or you can have just a discount for Periscope users altogether and give them a special URL to go to, maybe yourwebsite.com/Periscope or something like that. And you can track how many sales you are making from your Periscope users. And this allows you to measure the engagement and whether it's working or not, and if you need to try something else on your Periscope broadcast. And last but not least, we have customer service and a one-on-one experience. Now, there are several ways to provide customer support over social media, such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and even all those third-party apps. And now, you can add Periscope to that list. This allows you to provide a personalized experience for customers that is interactive, informative, and fun. Being able to do a live, private broadcast with a customer and answering their questions on a one-on-one basis allows you to interact with them in ways that you would never be able to imagine. And the trust and the authority that builds, not to mention the loyalty that your customer is going to have with you, is just outstanding. And I honestly believe that there is no better way to provide a one-on-one customer experience than doing a live broadcast with them and answering their questions. Timing your broadcast means everything. Now, in blogging, the time doesn't matter because you can publish something at 3 a.m. and schedule it to launch at 2 p.m. Now, with live broadcast, it's not nearly the same thing. So for businesses, consider your target personas, and if they are all at work, slaving away, you won't have much success in them catching your broadcast if you do it at 1 p.m. per se. Maybe doing your broadcast in the evening when everyone's off work and after dinner time would be much better for your target demographic. So consider the time of day and the audience you want to reach. And if you're unsure of which time of day is best, then I recommend that you study your Twitter analytics. Now, Periscope is connected to Twitter, and that's where you'll be promoting your broadcast primarily, is to your Twitter followers. So we can use the Twitter analytics to find out exactly when our users are most likely to watch our broadcast. Once we are inside of our Twitter analytics, we will be able to see things like what time of day our users are engaging with our content, and that right there will just give us an idea of what time of day we can broadcast and most likely get the most action and engagement with our broadcast. For example, you can view the engagement stats for your tweets inside of your analytics. This allows you to see the impressions, the engagements, and the engagement rate for each individual tweet, both for your paid or your organic post. Now, the engagement includes all the activity for that tweet. This includes the retweets, the follows, the replies, the favorites, and all the clicks on that tweet, whether it's a link, a hashtag, or your avatar, or whatever it is. So for example, in this screenshot here, you can see we are mousing over some of our impressions, and at 5 p.m., we had 544 impressions on this tweet. So we know at 5 p.m., a lot of our users were logged on and seen our tweet. And we can also see between 4 and 6 p.m. is when the majority of our users were engaged with our tweet. That there is a huge sign of when I could most likely do a live broadcast on Periscope and get the most engagement. It would be between 4 and 6 according to this screenshot. We can also get to know our followers in general. So the Twitter Analytics, they have a followers tab that contains a ton of valuable and useful insights for your audience. And this is where you can really get to know the people who follow you. You'll find answers to questions like, is my audience most likely male or female? Which countries and cities are the majority of them from? What are their top interests? How much money do they make? Do they have any kids? And things like that. And knowing which cities and which countries they are from is huge, since we are trying to figure out when is the best time to broadcast. Depending on where the majority of your audience is, if they're in a different country, then you need to take a look at their time zone as well and make sure that you can broadcast during a time that is optimal for them. Here is another graph of the time of day versus the tweet engagement. And pretty much it's laid out so that throughout the day, you're seeing how much tweet engagement I am receiving on my tweets. Now, of course, with this image, I am receiving a lot of engagement pretty steady throughout the entire day. And that's because I have an audience from all over the world. So all throughout the day, I have parts of my audience online engaging with my tweets. But your profile, most likely, you're going to have a certain time of day where all of your engagement is taking place. And that's the time of day that you want to try to broadcast, because that's when your users are online, they're on Twitter, and they are engaging with your content. So load up your Twitter Analytics and head over and view your engagement stats and see what time of day your followers are most likely to be online, and then try to broadcast at that time. When you're doing a live broadcast, it's not the same as creating a video and then uploading it to YouTube later on and having people watch it. When you're doing a live broadcast, you actually have people watching you and engaging with your content, and you have to be able to interact with them back on a real-time basis. So with this video, I'm going to be showing you some common things that you're going to be experiencing when you're broadcasting and how to handle those things. Now, this is important because your interaction builds authority with your viewers. As long as you sound like an expert and come off as an expert in your niche, it's going to build tremendous authority with the people who are watching. So the first thing you need to be doing is responding to your comments. Now your comments are going to be popping up on the left-hand side of your screen, as you can see in the screenshot here from Jimmy Fallon. And when someone leaves a comment or feedback on your videos, be sure to respond to them. Now, as I said, these messages are going to appear in a chat stream coming from the lower left of your screen, and they're going to kind of fade up and then kind of visibly go away as they get higher. Now, you can respond to these comments by either just acknowledging when someone says hi, saying hi back to them. You can actually chat back to them and type a comment yourself, or just speak directly to them in your video. I recommend speaking directly back to them, mentioning their name, what their question was, and then answering it so the rest of your viewers know who you're talking to and what the question was at the beginning. You also need to show appreciation for your hearts. Now, people who are watching your video broadcast, they can send you a heart to show that they like what they are seeing. Now, the more people who like your broadcast, the more hearts that you're going to see all over your screen in the bottom right-hand corner, as you can see from this screenshot. So just be sure to kind of appreciate that by thanking them when you see some hearts. Now, obviously, you can't keep thanking nonstop. If you're getting hearts nonstop, every few minutes, just kind of take a moment and thank them for showing love and support for your broadcast. So that way, they keep giving you more hearts and more love. And as of right now, that's one of the main ways to track how well people's broadcasts are doing, is to look at how many hearts they have received. I also recommend that you follow other people. Now, just like on Twitter, you should watch and follow other people on Periscope. Now, the majority of the time, they might follow you back, and you should also view other people's broadcast and follow the active people on their broadcast. So as you're watching a broadcast, you can click on all the people who are currently watching as well. And if someone keeps commenting nonstop and giving hearts, maybe you should follow them, and hopefully they're going to follow you back. And that's great, because you want as many followers as you can get that are extremely active with leaving comments, leaving hearts, asking you questions, and engaging with your broadcast. And last but not least, you want to make sure that you tweet consistently. Now, since Periscope is linked up with Twitter, and when you go live on Periscope, it's going to tweet a link for you live to your followers, you need to make sure that you tweet consistently so that you actually have followers on Twitter. Now, no one is going to follow or engage with an account that tweets twice per year, okay? So try to tweet every single day. If you are unable to tweet every day, try to schedule your tweets in advance using a service like TweetDeck or Hootsuite. And that way you can sit down for an afternoon or one evening and schedule some tweets for the next week or so. And that way that allows you to focus on your business and focus on your broadcast. And staying consistent means your followers are going to keep up with your tweets. And when you go live on your broadcast and Twitter automatically makes that tweet for you, your followers are more likely to engage with that tweet and start watching your broadcast. Now, this here is going to be one of the most important videos that you are going to watch about Periscope. Okay, it's very important, and that is that you need to back up your broadcast. Now, with Periscope, how it works is that you create a live broadcast, and then Periscope saves it for the next 24 hours, and then it gets deleted, okay? That's no good, especially for businesses like you and me. So what you can do, though, is you can head into your settings on Periscope, and one of the options is to auto-save your broadcast, and this is going to save it to your phone. Now, I really recommend that you turn this on, so that way we can use these broadcasts as evergreen content and post them to our website and to our YouTube channel and things like that. So head into your settings, and you're going to see an option like you see in the screenshot here, and make sure you turn on the auto save broadcast. Now, there's also plugins and tools out there that will automatically save your broadcast for you and upload it to your website. You can check those out if you want to, but using this method here, it will save it to your phone, and then later on you can take it from your phone and you can upload it to YouTube, for example. I highly recommend you do this, especially if you are any type of business and you are using Periscope to do tutorials, live events, anything that is about your business. You need to save that Periscope and you need to upload it to your YouTube account. That there is evergreen content for the rest of your life. And using proper titles and headlines and keywords, people are going to find this content about your business years down the road, and that's going to lead them into your website and into your funnel. So every single broadcast that you do, you need to save it, you need to back it up, and you need to upload it to your YouTube account. Also, what you can do is you can share this content across your other accounts. Upload it to your WordPress website, your blog, make an article about it, a new blog post about it, share it on your Facebook fan page and within your Facebook groups so they can watch it as well. And be sure to retweet about it once you finish going live. You can tweet out about it later on. It can be weeks or months down the road if you ever need to reference back to that content that you talked about in that Periscope. Then you can tweet about it or use the other methods that we just mentioned. So this is evergreen content. You do not want to lose your broadcast after 24 hours. So make sure you back them up, upload them to YouTube, and then share them across your different media accounts and your websites. With this video, I just want to talk about a cool little method that you can try to implement when you are doing your Periscope broadcast to really capture the attention of a lot of people. And we're going to do this by basing our Periscope around what's currently popular, okay? So for example, on Twitter, you're going to notice that they have a trending section. And in the screenshot here, you can see currently, as I took the screenshot, that was trending on Twitter. All those topics were currently being talked about on Twitter a lot by a lot of people. So basically what the idea here is that if you see something that is trending that you can relate to your business and relate it to your broadcast, then you want to make sure that you include that hashtag or whatever is trending inside of your tweet or inside of your Periscope title to really capture the attention of that wave of traffic that is currently going around and talking about that subject. So for example, at the bottom there, you're going to see the iPhone 6s. So it was just announced recently and a lot of people are talking about it. So if you are doing some type of tech broadcast where you talk about, new gadgets, new phones, things like that, then you should definitely do a broadcast about the iPhone 6s. Make sure that you use the hashtag iPhone 6s in your title, use it in your tweet, and that alone is going to help you get noticed by a lot of people who are currently looking for and talking about the iPhone 6s. So I recommend that you head over to Twitter and you keep up to date with what's trending and always keep an eye out and see if something is currently trending that you can incorporate in your business and then talk about it on a broadcast. And not only can you use the Twitter trends, you can also use the Google trends. And I took a quick screenshot here so you can see what is currently being talked about at this current moment. Now, of course, the Google Trends is what is trending on Google itself, not just Twitter. And again, you can kind of go through here and see what is currently trending, what everyone is talking about, and then see if you can include that in your business broadcast somehow. Now, a great thing you can also do on Google Trends, and you can also do it on Twitter Trends, is you can dive deep down into a specific city or state and see what is trending in just that city or state. So that's great if your business is locally based, or you are just wanting to target a certain region, a city, a state, a region, a country. No matter what it is, you can kind of dive in there and see what's trending in just that area. Now, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. If you are going to use something that is currently trending, you need to make sure that your broadcast is actually about that trend. So for example, on this Google Trends screenshot here, we can see number one is the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants football game that just happened this past Thursday night. So if I were to use that in my title or use some type of hashtag New York Giants, Redskins games, or any combination of that, and I have a real big football fanatic come and watch my broadcast, and then they find out that I'm talking about Facebook advertising and nothing to do with football, then that's not good for business, and you can guarantee that person is never going to come back to my broadcast, and they're never going to share my broadcast. So if you use this method here, find something that relates to your business or find something that you can somehow include in your business discussion, and that's just a little cool, sneaky way that you can take advantage of a lot of traffic that's currently going around based on what's currently trending.